Okay guys, our only food left is this box of cornflakes, so we need to ration. Hey there everybody, how are you doing? If you know anything about me, I'm a dude with pretty weird taste. Not just in stuff like weather, or stores, or interests, but also in food. Now I've always been a strange eater, with a lot of exceptions and outliers with different foods, like how I like pizza, but I don't like cheese by itself. But my strange palate has really come to a head this year with things like olives and Meyer trail mix. Now as an outsider, it's probably pretty weird to see a guy whose favorite things to eat and drink include ginger ale, Cape Cod kettle chips, sleepy time tea, and mint chocolate chip ice cream. But as not an outlier and me, I'm here to tell you that A, I find these things very tasty, and B, you aren't even scratching the surface of my weird taste palette. But there's one food item that stands out among the rest, because it's officially become one of my favorite foods ever, and I'm pretty sure it's become an addiction, which is what we're talking about in this video. So imagine this, a kitchen in May of 2022 with me in it. Now many things between this mat and the mat you see today were different, including but not limited to me being about 40% fatter back then, and also I was a lot less cool and funny. Anyway, at this age I was a lot more ravenously hungry and my tastes were a lot sweeter than now, so I was looking for Cinnamon Toast Crunch to eat. But to my sadness, we did not have any Cinnamon Toast Crunch. All we had was this box of something called cornflakes, and when I saw it, I was like, man, isn't this that cereal from the Great Depression? Now yes, I was hungry, but back then it was a serious question whether or not I would eat anything that wouldn't raise my blood sugar to lethal levels. But that day, my hunger ended up overpowering my sweet tooth, which is how I found myself pouring a bowl of cornflakes. Anyway, after I added the milk, I went to take a bite and was blessed with the most magical bite of food in my entire life. Now, if you were to see a dude eating cornflakes with the level of joy I was eating cornflakes with that first time, you probably would think the cornflakes were spiked and call Kelloggs immediately to get the boxes recalled. Are you sure that's been sugar you were using for the cornflakes? And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if cornflakes did have drugs in them, because ever since that day I've been completely and utterly addicted to cornflakes. It's one of the two cereals I still eat, and that other cereal is Honey Bunches of Oats, which has cornflakes in it. I've tried eating other cereals too, but nothing even compares to the level of joy I feel when I eat cornflakes. This doesn't taste like milled corn and malt flour. I've been completely pulled in by the trap that Kellogg set for me. And honestly, I'm all good and fine with that because I've never tasted the cereal so good. Now there are a lot of good and bad things about being a cornflake addict. A good thing is that cornflakes are made by a local Michigan company known as Kelloggs, so by eating them I can feel like I'm truly supporting the local community. Them being made in Michigan also makes them a part of the quintessential Michigan meal, which is one of my favorite meals and includes Verner's, cornflakes, Detroit-style pizza, pasties, and motor oil. Another good thing about cornflakes is that now around the holidays people know exactly what to get me for gifts, which is cash and cornflakes. But the cash I get with the cornflakes is actually needed for more important things though, because cornflakes have effectively bankrupted our food budget. Now I'm the only one in my family that eats cornflakes, and I average around 1 to 2 bowls a day, which means I alone go through a family-sized box of cornflakes in the span of 5 to 7 days. And on one hand, it does mean I'm effectively getting in my grains and dairy, but on the other hand, each family-sized box of cornflakes is around $5.50, so times that by 53, and my cornflake eating habits essentially mean my sister will not be going to college. Can we pay in cornflakes? Could this problem be solved by a little self-control? Yes. But will I gain the self-control needed to solve this problem? Probably not. That's about it for cornflakes. I'm still addicted and honestly not on the path to recovery unless I can find a Cornflake Eater Anonymous club. One time I had 6 bowls of cornflakes in a single day and then my friends called me an old man. Anyway, thanks for watching.